A social construct.
A carer, a lover.
I literally have no idea.
Hello.
Can I ask you guys what a woman is?
Characteristically speaking, like femininity is something like as a woman that I kind of correlate with being a woman, but obviously that's not for everybody. I feel like I'm like quite stereotypical in that way. I like to dress up and I like to wear makeup and things like
How
that.
does it feel to be a woman in recent years?
Um, I feel like we are moving towards something that is better and something that is more progressive. There is obviously still a lot of injustice in the world. I'm a woman in medicine, so I feel like I experience that and the sexism that's involved in that. We're kind of told to go down like a general practice route, and sort of told like surgery would be too difficult if you want to have a family.
As in, like, you can't be a surgeon because you need to go and get pregnant, basically.
Kind of, yeah. That seems to be the narrative that seems to be like instilled throughout medical school anyway.
Okay, amazing. Well, thank you guys for being amazing. Can I get your names?
Jacob.
Jacob.
Caitlin.
Caitlin, have a lovely evening, guys. Thank you so much. Do you want to answer? No? No?
I have two older sisters and a mum, you know what I mean? I'm the youngest, so I think they're more like nurturing by nature, you know? So I've been around a lot of guys and it's not the same kind of vibe when you're around a lot of women. They like lift each other up and stuff like that, you know? It's different kind of vibe.
Do you not think it's something that you can work on in terms of character development?
Yeah, everyone, because obviously dads are in a way, but it's like when you're hurt, who do you run to, your mum or your dad? You run to your mum, you know what I mean? It's like kind of built in you in a way. She held you inside of her, it's just different. A man can learn all that, but they're never going to get to that level. Like, it's just different, you know what I mean?
Okay. Do you think nowadays the lines of what a woman is becoming skewed at all, or?
Yeah, I think women don't want to be defined as like everything I just said. You know, obviously they are more than that, and you know, they've been kept in a certain way for a long time, and I think they're trying to break free of that and become more in all kinds of ways. So, yeah.
What do you think of the pussy power complex in terms of Nicki Minaj, Sweetie, Doja Cat, these sorts of women? What do you think of that as a representation for women?
I'm completely against that. I can't lie. Nicki Minaj, I like Nicki Minaj. You know what I mean? I feel like she's a good rapper. I think she didn't get all the hype that these lot are getting now, but it's just like that because she paved the way in a sense. Like she was the first proper big popping female artist of like the modern era. But I feel like I was speaking like that with my friend the other day. It's funny how women say, "Oh, they want equal rights and this kind of stuff," and then you have the mascots who are just over sexualizing themselves for money, even though they know it's wrong. I think in a way they just do it because like
Profit.
sex sells. But it's like that's been the same, but in a way you got to change that. You know what I mean? As a woman, I think if you see a woman being sexy, is empowering for you. But at the
How is
same
it
time,
empowering?
like they like that, they cheer them on. Like if it's like a woman performing and there's a crowd of women, they would love it. You know what I mean? But then a guy would look at that and be like, "Oh, look at her, she's a hoe." Da, 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 da. Like look at the way she's sexualizing herself. The guy wouldn't understand like she's not in that context. She's not doing it for the men. She's doing it for herself and for the other women.
So was Magic Mike empowering for men?
Empowering for men, no. But then why do women like that? I don't know. I mean, it's just confidence, you know. It's like I'm looking good for me, you know. When you wake up and you're looking good, it's like.
Just look. Yeah, carry on. Sorry.
No, I would say like when you're going out with your boys, and you're all looking good, all feeling good, and it's not the motive to get girls. You know what I mean? You have a good time. I feel it goes the same way for women. Like you're out here looking good for yourself. Like you feel like you're having a good time.
So why is sex empowering at all? Should it not be more of a spiritual soul thing of where we look people, deeper than the skin, rather than their genitalia?
100%. But I think that comes down to like capitalism. Like look at here right now, yeah. There'll be like 10 Burger Kings within this 1 mile. But where is there like a wellness center or like somewhere you can go and just sit and meditate? It doesn't exist. Like it's just the way society's set up. Capitalism is corrupt. And so all these things about like over sexualizing women and keeping like barriers between people is all a way is like in a way we're cursed because of the way we've set up society, you know. There is a better way to do it, but it's like we can't even picture it because this is the way we've only known things to be, you know what I mean? Anything only has power because we give it power, you know what I'm saying? We just went to go get fucking Supernova Burger. This is a stupid analogy, but there was a big ass line. This place is new. Nobody fucking knows if it's good or not. They've only seen on TikTok this new place has come out. Go there and line up and wait an hour to get a burger. That's a perfect example. What are you waiting for? They have no idea. Is it even good? They don't know. but they're willing to wait in line because they believe it will be. So it's like, I think it's the same kind of thing, you know.
Okay, amazing. You've been great. What's your name?
Kofi.
Any message for the women out there?
Be strong. You are powerful, and there's more love in the world than you realize.
Amazing. Well, you've been great. A lot of women are treating it like a trick question. So I'm like, hold up. This concerns really you, me, maybe. So say you're not you, and you're looking from like a third person perspective. And that's a genderless, sexless, whatever perspective of what a woman is. What would your opinion be?
I don't know. I feel like there is some sort of divine feminine aspect, but I can't really explain it. Like connected to your womb, connected to, energy, life force, but I just can't even put it into words.
That's fair enough. What would you say differentiates women and men?
Well, other than the actual like sex thing, I don't know. I feel like talking to men is like a completely different like species to me sometimes. I feel like women is like a heart to heart, like I feel like seen, I feel connected, and then men is like they just see you as some sort of object, some sort of thing, like they don't really respect you, they don't know you.
Why do you think men do that towards women?
Well, definitely like they only respect women that they find attractive, and even then I wouldn't even say it's respect, it's more like
Trying to get something else?
trying to get something else.
What is femininity to you?
Femininity, I think it's just being in touch with, I don't want to really like stick into that traditional aspect, but being that nurturing, warm, and I don't know, I think it is a bit stereotypical, but I most of the women I know are always quite warm and quite like you can just feel a niceness that you don't feel around men, you know what I mean? But
May I ask your religious belief?
I'm Muslim.
In Islam, for instance, right? How do you think women? I'm gonna say either the words. How do you think women are positioned, or how do you think women are viewed? And I'm not asking that with any kind of pre-notion of assumption behind. It's good to actually know what actual Islamic people think rather than what's portrayed in the media a lot of time.
Well, obviously, I think when people think of it, it's like there's a lot of oppression against Muslim women, but that's not the case. There's a lot of liberty in the Quran that is for women, like female liberation is emphasized in the Quran, but there is also a sense of the patriarchy as well instilled in that, but it's definitely less of the oppressive vibe everyone makes it out to be.
Is your hijab liberating?
I'd say so. I think for me personally, it's just a part of my identity. It's entwined with who I am, and I don't really see myself without it. If I wanted to, I could take it off, but it's the fact that I keep wearing it despite a lot of backlash people face for wearing the hijab, and the prejudices people face against being a Muslim woman, and yet I still wear it. You know what I mean? Like that says a lot to me. I can't really explain to you like exactly why it's liberating, but it's the fact that I've kept it on despite all of that.
Do you enjoy being a woman?
I do, I really do. There's obviously a lot of hardships women face, like you're either weak or you're too aggressive, even especially being black women. Like if I'm standing up for myself, why am I suddenly an aggressive black lady? Or if I'm meek and quiet, it's like, oh, she doesn't have any backbone. Do you know, like it's just like that's a very like simple down, watered down version of it. But I mean, women around the world facing so many trials, tribulations. I don't know, like sometimes it feels like you've got eyes on you, even though no one's really looking at you, in a metaphorical way. Like you just feel like crushing, like you need to be some sort of person when you, even though you know yourself and you know who you are deep down. I was literally talking about this the other day, and I don't know why the perception of other people influences me so much, and like why I'm so scared of how people see me when I know myself. But yeah, there's a pressure to be some sort of way, definitely.
What do you think that has more to do with, like the fact you're a woman or a Muslim or you're black?
I think it's all a combo of all three. There's, like, if I was a straight white man, like walking around, like it wouldn't be.
Do you think that all like straight white men kind of suffer in the sense that they kind of just live in that delusion?
I think there's definitely some sort of delusion, but you know, I'm not saying they don't face any struggles, but definitely have it a lot easier. There's, I don't know. I feel like
Fair
it's a bit
enough.
insensitive to always talk about stuff like this.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No, it's fine, mate. Thanks. No. Well, thank you so much for your time. What's your name?
My name's Samira.
It's very lovely to meet you.